Hello my loves, welcome to my channel Sun of Stars and welcome to today's pick a card reading. For anybody who's new, my name is Cynthia and I'm going to read your cards today. So in today's pick a card reading, we are going to connect to your spirit guides and we're going to connect to departed loved ones or deceased loved ones that have a message for you, or your ancestors or your spirit guides or spirit or God or the universe itself. Okay, so in the next clip you can choose between 3 images. So without further ado, in the next clip you can choose between 3 images as usual. If you feel drawn to more than one pick a card reading today, I would recommend watching more than one, or if you feel drawn to more than one, I would recommend watching more than one, because I've already been feeling like the cards are somehow connected to each other. For some of you guys, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, I would definitely go ahead and check it out. But without further ado, we're going to look at what your spirit guides want you to know, your ancestors, departed or deceased loved ones, spirit, or the universe itself, and I'm going to see in your reading, guys. Lovely pile number 1, welcome to your reading, guys. So you chose this beautiful image here. It looks super duper trippy, but I was super duper drawn to it. Let's begin your reading. We're gonna look at what your spirit guides want you to know. Okay, now your reading is gonna be intense, because I think for the first time, either in a long time or I've never actually channeled that energy. But with you guys, pile number 1, I actually feel like that God or the universe is talking to you. So it's your spirit guides, yes, but I feel like it's directly God or the universe talking to you, because I feel like an energy where it's like Mother Earth or God or the universe or this Holy Spirit that created everything is saying, I need you. Or it's like, you see, I cannot even speak and I'm stuttering because I never channel that energy. I usually channel spirit guides, departed loved ones, deceased loved ones, but I never channel, or I never feel like messages come directly from the Holy Spirit. Okay, like of course it's like the universe, but usually like there's something different today is what I'm hearing. Like there's something different with the way that I'm channeling, because I'm literally hearing like God or the universe or this Holy Spirit saying that they need you. If I could describe the energy, I use this example a lot, and I would highly recommend for you guys to watch this movie if you have not yet watched it. It is called The Prince of Egypt, where they talk about Moses and stuff like that and everything that happened in Egypt, whether or not it's like completely true. But there's like Moses, and he is like a goat is guiding him into like a cave, and in this cave there's like this spirit. It's like God, the Holy Spirit, talking to Moses and telling Moses, I give you this mission, or I chose you to bring this message to people, or like where Moses talked to God directly or talked to spirit directly, and the spirit or God or the universe said, like, go out there and do this. It's kind of like where I want to tell you guys, the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that you have been seeing are telling you, it's like literally God calling you. Just imagine God or spirit has a telephone and they're calling you. That's what it feels like to me here. And they're saying, I need you. Okay, so for some of you guys, I pick up an energy where your spirit guides are saying, or like, God or the universe is saying that they need you because, like, I don't want to cry. I'm hearing that, God or the universe is saying there's so many people that turned their back on me, meaning that they don't listen, they don't hear me when I speak, they don't see me when I speak, and I know that you see me, I know that you hear me, and I need you. Okay, I need you to help me with Earth, or I need you to help me with, Mother Gaia. I need you to help me with, creations. I need you to help me with healing people. I need you to help me with making people smile. I need you to help me with, helping people to understand. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing like spirit saying there's so many people that turned their back on me. They don't hear me anymore. They don't see me anymore, but you do. And shit. It's like spirit or God is so, they are so, appreciative and grateful, that you see or hear him, her, it. Okay. And it's like, when I look at this card, it's like they gave you a mission, or the spirit, the universe, God is saying they can only bring happiness and joy or love or knowledge upon planet Earth with you. So there's an energy where your spirit guides and God in the universe, they want you to follow this voice that you hear that tells you to do certain things. Because again, it's like the earth is only beautiful when I tell people to make it beautiful. It's like God in the universe is saying, through people like you, I make the world beautiful. Through people like you, I bring wisdom. Through people like you, I bring love. Through people like you, I bring entertainment. Through people like you, I make people smile. Through people like you, I bring miracles. And they want you to act on an idea. It's like the spirit is saying they want you to act on this idea that you have been given. They want you to act on this vision that you have been given. They want you to act on this feeling that you have been feeling, like you cannot shake it off. Okay? Give me 1 second, guys. I actually want to use an oracle deck for you guys that I didn't use for pile number 1 and pile number 2. So pile number 3 and pile number 2. So give me a second, guys. Do you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing God, or the universe, saying whatever you want to call it, Holy Spirit, whatever name you have for it. They're saying that as you help me, I'm gonna help you. It's as if like God or the universe is talking to you as if you are their best friend. Like, I'm so happy I can count on you. Or when you help me to make the world more beautiful, when you help me to make people smile, when you help me to bring wisdom upon planet Earth, I'm gonna help you financially. I'm gonna take care of you. It's like when you take care of the earth, or when you take care of the earth, my creation, I'm gonna take care of you. And I never heard that before, pile number 1. This is so new to me. this is like, it's wow. Okay, I'm also hearing God is a woman. I am not telling you that God is a woman or a man, but I'm just hearing the song God is a woman, okay? Or I'm hearing the sentence like God is a woman. In my opinion, God is a woman and a man, like both at the same time, you know, Mother Earth and Father Heaven. Like for me, it's both, male and female, and also nothing at all. You know, God is everything and nothing in my eyes. But, and you see, like my voice is trembling because like look at that, we have the priestess of time. It says the time has come, the time to act is now. It's like God is working through you, or God is saying like, are we gonna do this together? You know, are you gonna be with me? Are we gonna do this together? You know, Mother Gaia, the universe is saying, are we gonna do this together? Are we gonna make people smile together? Are we going to, you know, like make big changes happen upon planet Earth together? As if God or the universe is your best friend. This is literally what I'm picking up here. I don't want to cry. I do not want to cry. Okay, if you have had weird dreams lately, or weird spiritual things happening, yes, these are your spirit guides, but it's also directly God. Like it's literally God directly, you know, because sometimes God or spirit talks to us through our spirit guides or departed loved ones, but sometimes spirit talks to us directly. And I feel like here with the moon card, you maybe have had dreams lately. You had dreams, or there was weird stuff happening when you were meditating. Okay, you have been seeing a lot of angel numbers recently, but mirroring angel numbers like 1717, 1616 is what I'm picking up here. Okay, you could have seen the number 444 or 333. Okay. Before I get one of these cards, we also have the card here, love, and it says mother. You see, for some of you guys, I also feel like it might be a departed mother or a grandmother talking to you here. It says unconditional love is about trust and letting go. If you refuse to relinquish control, true potential may never be realized. Allow things to happen without your influence. And then we have the Knight of Cups here, which is like a very romantic energy. This person seeks pleasure, joy, love, romance, connectivity, connection. Okay, this energy is searching or seeking out soulful connections here. I'm hearing do what you love and you do it well, or something about when you start doing what you love, you will see that you start to manifest is what I'm picking up here. Something about, if I could say one sentence, your spirit guides are saying right now in the energy that you are in, or God is telling you to follow your heart. Your heart is your direct connection to God and the universe. The mind can be corrupted very easily. The mind can be manipulated very easily. What cannot be manipulated very easily is the heart and the gut instinct, the intuition. You could say, oh, this man looks sexy, but your body, your gut feeling tells you he's probably trouble. But your eyes tell you he's sexy, right? You can kiss somebody, you have this desire, but as you kiss them, you feel like you want to throw up, meaning that your body is telling you something is not right. Does that make sense? The mind can easily be corrupted. The mind can easily be manipulated, optical illusions, but the heart cannot be manipulated. When people say like, I followed my heart and, you know, and then I got betrayed, that's not like, I don't agree with that statement, because there's always something that tells you that something is off. It's usually like your ego or your desire, your desire, you want to have sex with this person, but there's also always, most of the time, even if it's 1 second, that tells you don't do it, right? So there is something, it's like there is a compass inside of us that tells us what is right and what is wrong, but we are not taught to use it. People that are in control of the world, you know, the people that are in control of the world, they're so loud, you know, or it's like they want to play God, you know. These people that are in control of the world, they want to play God or they want to play the universe, but they will never be God. They will never be, you know, this Holy Spirit. And your spirit guides are saying, or God in the universe is saying, if you follow your heart, if you follow your good intentions, okay, if you follow your soul, if you follow your pure intentions, I will take care of you, okay, is what I'm picking up here. Because we have your divine guidance. It says, the ideas you are receiving are heaven-sent answers to your prayers. You see, you are literally in communication with heaven right now. You are in communication with God right now. God is talking to you like directly is what I'm picking up here. Okay, or Mother Gaia or the universe, whatever you want to call it. Okay. What do you want pile number 1 to know? It says the reunion. It says soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship. Yeah. I'm hearing when God is your best friend or when the universe is your best friend, you can achieve anything. So maybe God wants you to talk to him or her or it more often, or like this Holy Spirit wants you to talk to it more often, to pull your heart out, to tell God how you feel and what you need help with and what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Okay. This is literally like, if I could describe the energy, and again, I've never, ever, ever channeled that. It's like Earth. It's like Mother Gaia or like Mother Earth and Father Heaven. It's like they want you to come back home, you know, they want you to come back home, or they want you, don't turn your back on me is what I'm hearing. Okay. Don't turn your back on me. And I need you. Something about where the world needs your ideas, or the universe wants to make something big happen through you, or wants to bring joy or happiness through you to people. And they're telling you that the time to act is now. They're telling you to go forward fearlessly. Okay, that it's time for you. And I'm also hearing like there's no fear when God is by your side. Okay. There's no fear when God is by your side. Okay. The most powerful energy in this world is spirit. Right? The most powerful energy in this universe is spirit. And if spirit is your best friend, and if you help spirit, and if you talk to spirit, then they're going to make powerful things happen in your life. They're literally telling you to don't listen to this person, listen to me. This is what I'm hearing. Listen to your own heart. Listen to your soul. Okay. What do you want pile number 1 to know what's going on here? We have whispers of... The card says whispers of Mother Earth, guys. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. Guys, for some of you guys, it's about damn time that you open up your channel. It's about damn time that you write this book. It's about damn time that you put out your art. It's about damn time that you create the clothing brand. It's about damn time that you do what you know is right. That it's in your heart. Spirit has planted this desire in your heart, okay? Because Spirit wanted to create this clothing brand through you. Whispers of Mother Earth. I can't. I'm gonna read these cards out now for you guys. Okay. For some of you guys, I'm picking up the energy here. Wow, I'm also hearing for some of you guys, I'm hearing if you are a mother, God wants you to know you are a great mother. This is literally what I'm hearing. God and the universe wants to tell you that you are a great mother, and your children are going to be very, very significant, very, very noble children in the future. Some of you guys, your spirit guides maybe have been telling you to go to the doctor to get clarity about something. Not for everybody, this is just maybe for like 1 or 2 people here. That your spirit guides are telling you, hey, maybe when you go to the doctor, you will get more information about what is going on. You will gain more clarity about that. Okay. Now it's interesting, guys, because I pick up a very interesting energy. I don't know why, but I'm hearing like it's time for a reunion. Yeah, but I feel like it's you being reunited with God or the universe, or you being reunited with like your spirit guides or your spirituality, or you being reunited with like your art or with your dreams or with your hope, with your faith. For some of you guys, it's like you being reunited with love. Like maybe you felt very numb or very disconnected from love or very disconnected from people, and you're basically coming back home to a place of love. You're going to start feeling connected to people again, or something about where it's time for you to reunite with your mom. I'm also hearing you and your mom, especially if you have a good connection with your mom. I'm hearing you and your mom, you have like a strong energy together is what I'm picking up here. Or something about being reunited with your mother. But I feel like it's not just, your mother. I feel like it's like, your mother is also like spirit or God. This is what I'm picking up here, where it's like as if spirit is telling you, hey, come to me, pile number one. And Mother Gaia or Mother Earth wants to give you a hug and welcome you home. That's what it feels like to me here, because you maybe have been far away or disconnected, or you didn't practice as much spirituality as you did, or you felt very disconnected from spirit, or you felt very like lost, or you felt a little bit just like far away from your own heart or the energy of love. Okay, because with the Hierophant here, this is like a union. Look at that. It's like when two energies are separate from each other. I really like this image here. But I'm also hearing, it's like I'm seeing an image of like a musician that stops making music because of something that happens, and then they start to make music again. So they are reuniting with their own soul by making music again. And when they don't make music, although they are meant to be a singer and songwriter, they're disconnected from their soul. Oh, that would make a lot of sense, because I talked a lot about stuff like that in pile number 2. That would be the answer. If you come from pile number 2, now we have the answer. Okay, it's like when people start to not do what they were meant to do. If you're meant to become a fashion designer, if you're meant to be a cook, if you're meant to be a herbalist, if you're meant to be a florist, it doesn't matter. But if you are meant to do these things and you do the opposite of what you're meant to do, the gap between you and your soul becomes bigger, or the gap between you and God or spirit becomes bigger, because you are not fulfilling the soul, and so you start to feel a disconnect, kind of like a Wi-Fi that is not strong. Okay, and I'm picking up the energy here. That's what I'm picking up here. That's interesting. That's also the reason why some people are very soulful, because they're following their soul. Those people that are very warm, their energy is very warm. Okay, and then there's other people that are very cold, and the people that are very cold, they are disconnected from God by being disconnected from their soul, by being disconnected from their dreams and their desires. And that's how grumpy people come about. And we talk about it again, where God says a lot of people have turned their back on me. Wow. Guys, I don't know what's going on here, but I feel like where you are being reunited with God, or you're being reunited with the universe, or you're being reunited with like your soul, your spirit, it's as if, when your soul, like, in your death experiences, when your soul leaves your body, or when you start to do astral projection, where part of you leaves your body and is traveling in the cosmos and traveling in the sky, and then it's like, it's coming back to you. It's like, it's like it's coming back into your body is what I'm picking up here. Okay, I don't know what this means to you guys, but it could just be that you are being reunited with like an old friend very soon. You're being reunited with God and the universe. You're being reunited with your spirituality, with your faith, with your art, with your music, with your songs, with your poems. Okay, is what I'm picking up here. But let me read out these 2 cards here for you guys. Okay, it says the reunion. So let's read out about the reunion here. So it says soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. This current period in history has been spoken of by mystics through the ages, and you chose to incarnate right in the middle of it. You didn't do so alone. We came here in waves and with joined soul missions. You were never meant to walk this life alone. It's time to come back together, to remember that we're not in competition, rather we hold keys for each other. This is the way of the rose, to bloom bravely regardless of what others are doing, and not to be threatened when others do this alongside you. The rose doesn't open and close according to who's walking by. She reveals her beauty to the world without waver. You're here to do that too. There are people who at a soul level chose to walk alongside you, but for them to find you, you must first let them see you. Reveal yourself to the world, open your heart and mind to collaboration rather than competition. So many of us, particularly those who identify as women, have learned to be mistrustful of one another, as if we're in competition. This card comes with a message of collaboration, partnerships, and friendships, a confirmation that one or more people are entering your life. Or it could be a sign that you're being called to co-create on a project with someone you already know. Decide to bloom together. Now I want to read this card out, which is Whispers of Mother Earth. Okay, here we go. So it says, Whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. There are creations seated within you, planted before your birth. There are unborn possibilities yearning to be woven and creative solutions waiting to be realized. Songs of the ancient earth humming through you, beckoning to be sung, new consciousness that longs to be written into matter. Surrender to the creations whispering you forth. Perhaps they're calling you to reweave the web of life in some small way, to stitch the soul in a little more. We came bearing keys for each other, and as you share your song, it unlocks something in someone else. Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They can't be reproduced. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is a planet of creativity. Earth is a planet of creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to truly create. So much of humanity has been raised to consume. We're so focused on more, that we've forgotten how to grow sustainably. Our consumption is killing us. Trust the seeds that have been planted within you. Somewhere along the way, we stopped seeing ourselves as artists, creatives, poets, singers. Yet to be human is to be creative. It doesn't matter what the result may be. Just carve out time to express your soul through your creativity. The seed planted within you will show you the way. They have intelligence within them, and all you need to do is tend them through daily grounding and creative action. You know, I'm also hearing the song. I'm going to put the song down in the description box. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, it's called Message in a Bottle, and it's an intro, and he says something that is so profound, and I want you guys to listen to it now that this reading is done, because it talks about how God is an artist, and if you think about it, God is an artist. God is an artist. So when people say we were created in the image of God, means that everybody is an artist, meaning like even if you give birth to a child, your child is a piece of art, right? So it's kind of like to embrace the God energy inside of you, the artist inside of you, the creator inside of you, okay? The storyteller inside of you. God is a storyteller. God is a singer. God is a dancer. God is an artist. God is a mother, you know. God gives birth to, you know, souls and spirits. All of that is God, you know. And I feel like your spirit guides or God wants you to just embrace this God-like energy inside of you. God meaning that you are a creator of something, or that you give birth to something, or that you put a fingerprint upon planet Earth with what you say and with what you do and how you express yourself to just shine. I feel like an energy where your spirit guides are saying it's time for you to shine, and it's time for you to embrace like God-like energy, or the energy of the creator, okay, whatever that means to you, or to come back to your artistic energy, or to come back to your old poems, to come back to your old, you know, like fashion design, you know, to reunite with the artist within you. Now, one more thing that I want to say to you, pile number one, is the image that you chose reminds me of the movie scene in Matrix. I don't know which one it is, but you know how for some of you guys the spirit guides might want you to watch the Matrix, okay? This is so funny that I kept channeling all of that, because this movie scene in the Matrix is when Neo is you know, seeing the man that created the Matrix, and he's in a white room, but in this white room there's so many TVs around him and different versions of him, or something along those lines. So it's kind of like a little bit trippy, but this is what I'm being brought to. And then, you know, this man, you know, it was man-made. The Matrix, or this world that we live that we live upon, is like man-made, or the Matrix is man-made. But then this man in Matrix says, but there's a glitch, and this glitch was this psychic woman, you know, this woman. She was like the glitch in the Matrix, or something along those lines. So for some of you guys this could be significant, but I'm also hearing like Neo. The word Neo means new, okay, something about new. Like I'm picking up the energy where your spirit guides are saying, or God is saying, you are part of a new earth, or you're part of a new civilization, kind of like a neo-human, where, you know, you know, like how in human history there's like civilizations, right? You know, ancient civilizations where there were gods and goddesses, and then there was a civilization with emperors and empresses, and then there was a civilization with giants and, you know, goddesses and all of that. There's a civilization that is full of witches, and you know what I mean? Kind of like where there's like different civilizations that, you know, are happening, or that have been happening when it comes to human history. And this civilization that we live in right now is kind of like, if I could describe it, for me it feels like a civilization of amnesia or hypnotization, getting hypnotized by, you know, TV and the phone and stuff like that, that every civilization is like different. And your spirit guides are saying you are part of like a new civilization. So it's like you are the first breed, or the first wave of what the future will look like. This sounds very odd, I know, but it's like a neo-human, or a new way of living, like the new earth, you know, where you are part of like a new civilization, or something about where you are raising your children to be part of a new civilization, you know, where it's no longer the civilization of consumption and materialism. Maybe the new age, I don't know what the new age will be about. For some of you guys, the spirit guides might want you to, you know, like meditate on that, but there's something about the new age, or something about like the next generation, or the next few generations. They're going to be in a different civilization than us, but you are one of the first ones to, you know, start this wave of a new way of living, or a new way of thinking, a new way of raising children. Does that make sense? There's something going on where you are part of like this new civilization. You are somehow part of you is like connected to a futuristic version of living, or a futuristic version of planet Earth. Okay, I know I went there, but this is what Spirit is bringing me to, and this is what they want you to know. Okay, meaning that God uses you to create a new civilization, or to spark a new civilization, or a new human, a new way of living. Okay, I don't know why they want you to know, but I guess you're ready to hear that. But you're part of like a new earth, to keep it short and simple. Okay, pie number one. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. I hope this reading helped you. I'm gonna see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my lovely pal number two. How are you guys doing? So you chose this beautiful image here. Let's find out what's going on with you guys, what your spirit guides want you to know. Before I begin your reading, I actually want to tell you a story, because I feel like it's going to be important for you guys, because you chose the birds here. So yesterday I was sitting on my desk, And I live in an area that is very green, so there's a lot of trees around, and I do enjoy the trees and the greenery and stuff like that. But yesterday I was just sitting there, and there was nothing playing in the background, so I didn't have anything on. I think I only had meditation music on, so there was nothing, nobody was talking in the background, and my window was open, and the birds were incredibly loud. Like we have like even like a nightingale, a bird and stuff like that, and I was listening to the chirping of the birds, and I started to notice after 10 minutes how the chirping of the birds is like going into my heart, into my soul. I could feel how the chirping of the birds is healing me from the inside, and I've never noticed it. Like I love birds. Birds are my favorite, like, you know, animal, but I never noticed that I am so, you know, that their chirping literally like touches my soul and my spirit. Because sometimes, or there's a high chance of you getting numb, because you know, this world is made to achieve and, you know, do things and, you know, get stuff done and responsibilities and stuff like that. And, you know, there's not much time to smell the roses or listen to birds and stuff like that. And I literally could feel how the chirping of the birds was like as if it was making love to my heart. It was so intense yesterday. And I feel like your spirit guides want you to know that your spirit animal right now is actually birds. Like, you are very connected to the energy of birds. Your spirit guides are saying, well, what I'm picking up here is, I feel like there's something happening with your heart here. Okay? I feel like your spirit guides want you to know. Give me a moment, guys. Do you know what I'm hearing? Look at me whispering. I want you to look at this card. You see, I'm touching my heart area, right? If you look at the back, you can see like an angel, and the angel has like a pentagram or like a pentacle in the heart center. Do you know what I'm hearing? Oh my God, I didn't see that. Look at it. Look at it. If you tell me that you felt like, I don't know what, okay, let me say it like that. I feel like your spirit guides want you to know that there is a departed loved one or a spirit guide or the universe is currently healing your heart. You know, I watch Supernatural right now. It's like a TV show, and it's funny because it says watch a movie. Okay, yeah. You know, I'm watching Supernatural right now. And in Supernatural, there are angels, and angels can heal you or can bring you back from death. And usually what the angels do are they touch you, and then, you know, you start to heal from the inside. So I want you guys to know that there's like a spirit guide or a departed loved one. Wow, okay, whew, okay, listen to me, it's a lot. Give me a moment, guys, okay? Whether or not you know the spirit guide, okay, this is literally, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have been asking the universe to heal you, or you have been asking the universe to heal your heart, or you have been asking the universe for kind of like new friends or love or true love, something that has something to do with like the heart, like opening up, or, you know, like being able to trust people again, or kind of like to just heal. For some of you guys, you literally have been asking for healing, like your body, because you maybe have some type of problems right now, something along those lines when it comes to your body. And I'm seeing, wow, if you have been feeling more emotional than usual, if you have been very sensitive to certain things, if you have been noticing that you're crying out of nowhere, like you see a little child and this child is smiling and all of a sudden you start to cry, or you look at the birds and you start to cry and stuff like that. Wow. I want you guys to know that I'm hearing touched by an angel or touched by God, and I talked about it in pile number 3, but I feel like your prayer is answered. Like there's an energy where your prayer is answered because your spirit guides have been seeing that, you know, that you wish to heal. You have been telling the universe that you wish to heal. Okay, something about where you have been praying to heal, or you have been praying to heal your heart, or whatever you have been praying for involves that your heart is healed. And I'm literally seeing if you felt like an energy around you that the last couple of days and weeks have been weird, you have been more sensitive, or you felt more in your heart, or I don't know, there's something going on where I feel like maybe even like where you had dreams that are very odd. Everything that you're going through right now is because you have been praying to heal, or whatever you're asking for is requires for you to have a healthy heart. And I'm hearing your spirit guides, it's like energetically there's a spirit that is touching you so that you heal from the inside. So all the things that you're going through right now is actually a spirit guide, a departed loved one, an ancestor in the universe, and God healing you with every day. Every day they're healing you a little more and a little more and a little more from the inside. This is the universe or God or your spirit guide, and this is you. Okay? This is literally you. As if they are taking their hand and they're touching your heart, or they're touching your head. Okay? Which is the reason why your body might be doing weird stuff, or you might be feeling things that you usually don't feel. You could even feel an unfamiliar energy in your body, like, this feeling is unfamiliar to me, or I usually don't have thoughts like that. My thoughts are usually not like that. Does that make sense? I feel like there's a spirit guide that is healing you every day. With every day that you experience, you heal a little more and a little more and a little more and a little more, because they prepare you for what you have been asking for. This is literally what is happening here. Pile number 2, this is so amazing. Oh my God, because I'm picking up the energy here. I specifically pick up that for some of you guys, if you have a departed loved one, and I feel like, how can I explain that? I also want to ask you guys, or your spirit guides are saying they're also wanting you to pay attention to your dreams. You paying attention to your dreams and decoding your dreams right now is very significant here. Okay, your spirit guides are saying, there's sometimes, like times in our life where we have dreams, but they don't really mean anything, or we have dreams where we process like stupid stuff, like you dream of popcorn, like it doesn't, there's no deep meaning behind it. But your spirit guides want you to know all the dreams that you have right now in this very moment are very meaningful. They tell you something about how your soul is healing. They tell you something about your future. They tell you something about the people around you, that the dreams that you have right now are very, very meaningful. They're not just dreams, they're very meaningful. They tell you what is happening in your soul. Your dreams right now are showing you what is happening in your soul and what is happening in your spirit, or what the spirit guide is trying to make happen in your life. Okay? Guys, I want to ask you a question, because with this card here, okay, and I feel like you might be connected to pile number 3, or pile number 3 and pile number 2 are connected. Pile number 2, I want to ask you a question. Have you recently felt like you are touched by something? Kind of like it's like when somebody touches your shoulder and you're like, who's touching me? But there is nobody. Have you been feeling like somebody's calling your name, but there is nobody? Have you been feeling like you are hearing a voice, a familiar voice, but there's nobody talking? This is your spirit guide. Have you been feeling that something is, like happening, how can I explain that? Where something is rushing in front of you, like, and you're like, what the fuck was that? But there is nothing. This is your spirit guide. Your spirit guide, your ancestors, this departed loved one, God in the universe, they're healing you right now. Everything that you're going through right now is they're healing you and preparing you for what you have asked for. They're telling you that just give yourself right now the time and the space to heal with every day that comes, okay? Something about how can I explain that energy? Because with this card, for example, I feel like the DNA. I pick up the energy of your DNA, as if your spirit guides are restoring your heart, or as if they are restoring your mental health, or as if they are restoring like memories or like I'm even hearing, if you tell me that you recently felt like an energy of past life, or you have like a weird flashes of what happened in your past life and stuff like that, it's kind of like your memories coming back to you. I'm hearing your memories coming back to you. If I could describe the energy, for me this feels like somebody who had amnesia. Do you say amnesia? Is amnesia that you have a memory loss? I pick up an energy of like a memory loss, and your spirit guides are basically restoring your memory again. This is what I'm being brought to. So if you notice that you start to remember stuff from the past, or you start to remember details from the past, it's because your spirit guides are trying to show you something about the past that means a lot right now. This is so freaking funny, because I pick up a strong energy of how your dreams are really talking to you right now, and your spirit guides, so some of you guys, your spirit guides even want you to write down what your dream was about, because it's gonna make sense. Okay, but what is happening with you right now is that your soul is being restored. Okay, I'm hearing that your grace is coming back, because I feel like you went through a very harsh energy in the past. Okay, I feel like you went, if I could describe the energy, I would say you went through the battlefield. Okay, this could be like you went through a very abusive relationship, a very abusive friendship. You went through a lot of chaos, you know, when it comes to your finances. You went through a lot of, I don't know, disappointments with people around you. And it was a constant battlefield. And what you're going through right now is you're kind of like in the healing center, but in the healing center, like where souls are healing. What am I don't know where I'm going today, because spirit it's like they're showing me like a room where souls are being restored, which is funny because I watch Supernatural, and in Supernatural they do talk about souls being restored and stuff like that went through a very dark chapter. And this is what I'm being brought to. Your soul is being restored from everything that you've gone through, because what you've gone through was very, very painful. Your soul is being restored. Your heart is being restored. That's what your spirit guides want you to know. To give yourself the time for your heart and your soul to be restored. It's happening bit by bit every day. Every day there's more healing energy. I almost want to say, guys, pile number 2. I want to tell you something. I feel like your spirit guides are right now healing you so that your heart and your soul is ready for whatever you're asking or you have been asking for. Okay, we have here, you can achieve great things. Okay, and we also have Snow Angel. It says the signs are with you already. For some of you guys, I'm picking up the energy that your spirit guides are saying they want you to remember a dream that you had about winter season. Like you had a dream, and in that dream, it was winter season. Or, you know, a certain, how do you call it? A certain month was, you know, mentioned, like November, December, January. For some of you guys, your spirit guides are saying you had a dream about winter season, or there's something about whatever you're going through right now is preparing you for winter season, because you're going to go through major changes in winter season. Winter season is going to be a very, very, very intense chapter in your life this year. We have here the card Prosperity, and it says you are aligned with the power of the heavens, which is exactly what I meant. You literally have spirit guides and angels and, you know, the universe around you, and they're healing you. Like every time you go to bed, your spirit guides are basically like, if I could describe the energy, just imagine they put their hands on your heart, they put their hands on your head so that you're healing, so that you are being restored from the inside. You are aligned with the power of the heavens, the strength of the earth, and harmony of the people. Everything you have dreamed is taking shape now. Receive the generosity and abundance. Be self-effacing and gracious. You see, your grace is coming back, because in Supernatural, when there's an angel, you know, and this angel is being attacked, you know, their grace can be stolen. and their grace is close to this, the soul of a human, because there's angels and demons and stuff like that in supernatural. And I feel like there was something that stole your grace, or something that really damaged your soul, okay? And it's like you're in the process of getting your grace back, or your soul being restored. I almost want to say like you went through a spiritual attack, to be honest with you guys. If you tell me from one day to another your mental health was fucked up, from one day to another you had anxiety or panic, you know, like you were in panic, something about where I feel like, because listen to me, we have the card shield yourself. So I feel like there's something going on, or there was something happening that you didn't really notice. I feel like you were so focused on, you know, on yourself and on achieving your goals. You were so focused on your vision that you didn't notice that there was somebody spiritually attacking you. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're actually recovering from a spiritual attack. You might actually really recover from, you know, like somebody saying something so painful to you that it takes months to process what they said to you, right? When somebody says something to you like you're worth nothing, right? It might take a few weeks to recover from this statement. They said you are worth nothing. It's not that you are healing from that from one day to another. It takes like a few weeks or like a few months for you to fully, you know, like release and purge that energy that this person has been sending towards you out of your body and out of your system. This is what I'm picking up here, that there was like somebody around you that somehow attacked you before your big break, because we have you can achieve great things. And I feel like there was so listen to me, I feel like there was supposed to be a big breakthrough like last year in your life, or there was supposed to be a big breakthrough like 6 months ago, and you had somebody in your life, or there was an incident. This could even be a colleague that said something so painful that it really, you know, penetrated your mind. And because it penetrated your mind, it really affected you for a long time. Does that make sense? When somebody says one sentence, and that one sentence, if you don't have a shield up, that one sentence can really penetrate your mind or your soul or your spirit and cause damage. For some of you guys, it has been happening on a spiritual level that you didn't even notice how much negative energy has been sent your way. This could even be that, you know, people have been even thinking very negative thoughts about you, and everything is energy, okay? So if people think very negative thoughts about you and you don't shield yourself, you don't have a shield up, right? You don't have a shield up, you might actually like hear, or you might actually receive those negative vibrations from other people. And I feel like this is something that has been happening with you guys here, that you were supposed to have a big breakthrough in life, that you were supposed to like achieve something huge, okay, but it has been postponed because you had somebody in your circle, or somebody that had the opportunity, or that was close to you, and they somehow sent a spiritual attack to you. Okay, and you are basically recovering from that spiritual attack, so that this big energy now can come to you. Does that make sense? Because I feel like you were supposed to have like a huge breakthrough with your career. You were supposed to have a huge breakthrough even in your love life. Okay, I feel like you were supposed to have like a huge breakthrough and achieve something huge, okay? Something where I pick up the energy where you were supposed to experience something like last year. If you tell me you felt like, okay, listen to me, I want to ask you a question. Have you felt like you listened to tarot readings like last year, or like the last couple of months, and you felt like, I have a feeling I was already supposed to experience that, but for some reason it didn't happen? Does that make sense? Where you know this tarot reader is accurate, or something about where you just felt in your gut feeling that I feel like I was supposed to experience that already. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like where you had this feeling that I felt like I'm really gonna, your intuition told you, even your own cards maybe even told you, this year I'm gonna have a career transition. This year I'm gonna, you know, write my book. This year I'm gonna do this. So you knew this would happen, but somehow it didn't happen. And somehow there was like a lot of other stuff that happened, is what I'm picking up here. Where you felt like something has been delayed. Your intuition has been telling you something has been delayed. is what I'm picking up here, and your spirit guides want you to know something has been delayed because you actually went through a spiritual attack. Somebody has been purposefully attacking you somehow, some way, with what they say, with what they think. They have been, you know, wishing you. They were not wishing you the best. For some of you guys, I want to ask you a question. Have you been feeling a weird energy around you since December or since winter season, where something happened last year in winter season? Okay, I feel like something happened last year in winter season, and your spirit guides want you to know whatever happened in winter season. If you had a fallout in winter season with somebody, or this could even be connected to somebody that is, you know, born in winter season, or that you are born in winter season. There's something significant about winter season here, okay, where since last year winter season, something has been happening in your life, or you have been noticing like something shady going on or something weird going on here, okay. I feel like your spirit guides, the signs that you have been receiving, they have been trying to show you who the snake is. I'm gonna be very honest here with you guys, okay? I feel like your spirit guides have been trying to show you why certain things happened in your life, okay? I feel like you maybe have been seeing a name everywhere, or a birthday everywhere, or a color, like a number combination everywhere, okay? Because I feel like you have been haunted by a number or a song, or you know, a video, or you have been haunted by, I don't know, by something. I feel like your spirit guides have been sending you a lot of signs, and maybe you didn't know what it means, okay? Or you maybe didn't understand, why are they showing me, like, I see tigers everywhere. Everywhere I go, I see tigers. Or everywhere I go, I see this number combination. Everywhere I go, I see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or everywhere I go, there's something about December. Like every time I click on a TV show, they talk about something happened in April, something happened in March. Does that make sense? Where you have been bombarded with signs. It says the signs are with you already. Okay, the signs are with you already. Shield yourself. Look at that. If I just read out the cards that came out for you, you can achieve great things. The signs are already with you. Shield yourself. You see where I'm coming from? It's kind of like where you were supposed to achieve something huge, but you had a snake around you, or you had a person that attacked you without you noticing it. You didn't even notice that they planted like a seed in your mind. You didn't even notice that they were the ones that kind of like initiated a lot of doubt in you. That's what it feels like to me here. Your spirit guides have been trying to show you that you need to shield yourself from somebody, okay? That you need to stay away from somebody around you. They have been trying to show you who the snake is around you, okay? They have been trying to show you that you need to guard yourself from that person, okay? Because this person might be the reason why certain things got delayed, because I don't know what they did, to be honest with you guys. I don't even know what they did, but they did something. Like, wow. Okay, listen to me. For some of you guys, I did just talk about how angels, you know, like in supernatural, when an angel like touches you, they heal you from the inside. Now, there's also the contrary. When, you know, like a person with bad intention touches you, they also leave a mark. There's something going on where your spirit guides are saying that there is somebody in your life that is like not allowed to touch you because their energy is so toxic that it actually affects you. Does that make sense? Where you shake hands with somebody and this person has like a lot of negative, just imagine everything is energy, okay? Everything is energy. And when you shake this person's hands, they give you a little bit of their energy. And if their energy is toxic, they give you a little bit of toxicity as you shake hands with them. Because I feel like I'm not just only talking about like, oh, somebody who's grumpy, okay? I'm not just talking about like a grumpy colleague or whatever. I'm talking about somebody who is, their aura is very, very dark, guys. Their aura is very, very dark. This is not just somebody that gets on your nerves. This is somebody who is very, very, very bitter. This is somebody who is very, very bitter. I almost want to say they kind of lost themselves, or their soul is very damaged. Whoever this person is, their soul is very damaged, or they kind of lost a little bit of their soul, okay? I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but this is literally what I'm hearing. Like this person lost a little bit of their soul. They lost a little bit of their soul, or they lost their grace. Okay, this could actually be like a fallen angel. This could be somebody that used to be very sweet, but they're not, their connection to God in the universe is not there anymore, so they're disconnected. It's like a confused, an angel that is like a fallen angel, like a person that has fallen from grace. I don't know who this is, guys, okay? And I feel like this person, whenever they touch you or whenever you talk to them, they leave toxicity, okay? It's like footprints, but it's energetic footprints that this person leaves. Whenever you talk to them or whenever you speak to them, they leave energetic footprints of toxicity, okay? Which is the reason why your spirit guides are saying they want you to shield yourself, because whenever you talk to them, they leave toxicity in your life, it's more for you to heal, or it's more for you to cleanse. Does that make sense? And your spirit guides are saying it's like it's delaying your progress or your prosperity every time you talk to this person. Because then it's like, just imagine you're clean, okay? Just imagine your energy is clean, and then you talk to this person, and you're talking to this person, then your arm is dirty again, so you have to scrub your arm again, and then you talk to this person again, and then your fingers are dirty again. That's what it feels like to me here energetically, okay? And then you spend more time like cleaning yourself, or something is delayed, or something takes longer. That's what it feels like here, okay? This is what your spirit guides have been trying to like show you or tell you. Pile number 2, if it's not a particular person that your spirit guides want you to keep your distance from or want you to shield yourself from, they could just be talking about how there's a lot of very grumpy people out there, or people that are very pessimistic or negative, or they're just walking around with a very toxic and negative energy. There's like more people that are toxic and negative, and there's people that are, you know, filled with good energy and with healthy energy. And your spirit guides might be asking you to protect your harmony, or your positive mind, or your positive energy, or your sensitivity, or your psychic abilities at all costs. Kind of like where you somehow shield yourself from harsh energy or from toxic people just in general, or where you immediately remove yourself from harsh energies or toxic people, or just very harsh and toxic environments. Or that if you go somewhere, that you shield yourself, or that you do something to protect yourself a little bit more. Or for example, when you go out and you notice that you absorbed the negative energy from people, or you start to feel very unbalanced because you've been spending a lot of time in town around a lot of harsh people, to always come back to your positive energy, to always come back aligning yourself with harmony and with love and with peace and with calmness. That's how you're going to get to your goal. If you basically take care of your peace and your harmony, and you take care of your mind and having positive thoughts as much as possible, that you take as if it was your baby, and you're basically shielding yourself from all negative energy that might be around you. So if it's not a particular person, this is just talking about how the world in general is very unbalanced, and there's a lot of toxic and unhealthy people that just throw around their anger and frustration at other people, or they're projecting their anger and their frustration at other people. And your spirit guides want you to be aware of that, and always charge yourself with good energy, with good intentions, with positive thoughts, so that you are basically so that you have a shield of positive energy around you as you walk upon planet Earth. Okay, now another thing that your spirit guides want you to know, they're so proud of you. Okay, they're literally saying you are aligned with the power of the heavens. Okay, you know how my slogan, or like in the intro, it says in alignment with the magic of the universe. Pile number 2, congratulations, you are in alignment with the magic of the universe. You are in alignment with God. You are in alignment with your spirit guides and your ancestors, and they want to say congratulations. Continue your great work. Continue to be in alignment. Continue to be harmonious. Continue to be this beautiful individual that you are, because you are calling in prosperity. Your energy right now is calling in a lot of success, a lot of achievement, a lot of money, a lot of abundance, where all of your dreams are coming true. Okay, it says everything you have dreamed is taking shape now. Your dreams are literally manifesting in this very second, because your energy, you have been so in alignment with the universe and so in alignment with your spirit guides and God, okay? And your spirit guides actually want to congratulate you. They just want you to know that there could be a particular person that could just be a particular person where your spirit guides want you to know they can no longer be around you, okay? They want you to know that the signs that you have been receiving are a mixture of, the signs are telling you things, you are about to manifest your biggest dreams. This is what the signs have been telling you, that, or the synchronicities that you have been seeing around you. Another thing that the signs have been telling you is be aware of this person or stay away from this person, because their energy is tainted. Okay, their energy is tainted, their energy is not clean. So every time you talk to them, you have to like cleanse yourself, take a shower, take a salt bath, meditate, okay? And if you don't have the ability to completely stay away from this person, make sure that you always cleanse yourself after you talked to this person. Like literally taking a shower, taking a bath, you know, like cleansing yourself with like spray, you know, like sometimes there's like, you can also come up or like create like water that is supposed to cleanse your aura and cleanse your energy, okay? Something about where you have to be highly aware of like this person not touching you, or you talking to this person as little as possible, because their energy is literally toxic is what I'm picking up here. Okay. Ooh, pile number 2. I'm also hearing your spirit guides are currently talking to you through movies and TV shows, okay? Because I keep picking up the energy of supernatural. So your spirit guides might be asking you to pay close attention to the movies that are recommended to you, because they're literally showing you signs, symbols, and synchronicities through the movies that you're seeing, or through TV shows that are recommended to you, through movies that are recommended to you, or they might be wanting you to remember a very big sign that you received in a TV show or in a movie, okay? Keep picking up the energy here of that people know or people see that there's something very special about you. And I feel like there was a particular person that has been trying to stop you from becoming the best or greatest version of yourself by leading you astray, or by tempting you to, you know, give in to bad habits, or just by you talking to them. Like their energy is very toxic. Like guys, I'm not just talking about like, you know, your neighbor that gets on your nerves or your neighbor that complains a lot. I'm literally talking about somebody, their energy is very fucking toxic. They have fallen from grace. They're like a fallen angel. I don't know what happened to them. Almost as if they don't, like they're not connected to their soul anymore. Like when they walk around, it's like, what happened to them? I don't know what's going on here. Because like in supernatural, you know, like people can sell their soul. And I was like, I don't know what happens in Hollywood, but some people say you can sell your soul, but I don't even feel like it's like a contract where you sell your soul. It's more so like where you're so disconnected from God and the universe that you're walking around without the connection. Does that make sense? So when you're not connected to God in the universe and you're empty inside, you start to have a void inside, and that void can then turn into toxicity. Does that make sense? I feel like there's somebody that transformed into like a void. Like they're literally, their energy is a void. Okay, they're walking around because they feel so much emptiness and void inside of them that they become like literally a walking void. This person feels like a walking void. And it's not a void of comfort. It's like a, do you know those black holes? Yeah, I'm hearing this, like their energy is like a black hole. This is so weird. Okay. Let's see what else your spirit guides want you to know. I'm hearing there's something about to manifest from your vision board. Your spirit guides might have actually been showing you what will happen. Like I'm also hearing you have been receiving, or you will be receiving signs that are in sync with your vision board. Let's say, for example, on your vision board, you have like a colorful window. Like there's a colorful window on your vision board. And then you go out and you see signs about a colorful window. It's telling you that whatever is you wrote down under this colorful window on your vision board is the next thing that is about to manifest. Your spirit guides have been trying to show you this is the next thing that is manifesting on your vision board. And for others of you, if you tell me you don't have a vision board, your spirit guides want you to actually create a vision board right now, because the energy is very intense. The energy that you are in right now is very intense. You are so in alignment with the universe and your spirit guides and God that the vision board that you create right now, it's like it's more likely to manifest, or the energy is very auspicious for things to manifest, because your energy is very beautiful right now. Okay, you are in a very receptive energy right now, is what I'm picking up here, is what your spirit guides want you to know. Okay, it's like the only reason why your blessing is not here yet, or why something has not manifested yet, is because they're still healing you from the inside. Just imagine like there's an angel next to you and they're holding their hands over your body, and they're telling you we can only do bit by bit every day, not to overwhelm or shock your body. So it might take like a few days for you to heal until something is manifesting. Here's what I'm picking up. Okay, you have like a lot of angelic energy around you, which might be the reason why you felt like I'm not alone, something weird is happening here. Okay, get one less card here. Which one do I want to use? Give me a moment, guys. I want to get one last card because I feel like I'm supposed to do it. So give me one moment. Because for pile number 3, I used a fairy oracle deck. But for you guys, I want to actually use like an angel oracle deck, because there's a lot of angelic energy here. But I feel like your spirit guides want you to know there's like a big change coming to you in winter season. Okay, something about like winter season is going to be your season. I'm not only talking about like you have to like all your dreams are manifesting in winter season. I'm just telling you that like the most like the biggest changes, or these huge major changes, might be coming to you in winter season. Or winter season is like showtime, or like the peak of, you know, your transformation and all the money coming to you and prosperity and stuff like that. Okay, so let's see. What do you want pile number 2 to know? What's going on here? What do you want pile number 2 to know? What's going on here? What do you want pile number 2 to know? What's going on here? If you have been worried about money, you don't have to. Just continue your great work. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to meditate and be in alignment with the universe. Continue to journal. You are on the right path, pile number 2. Okay, look at that. It says guarded and protected. You see, it says, thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we're safe and that all of our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and graciously, knowing that it's right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. Okay, so the signs have also been telling you that you are protected, that there's nothing for you to worry about, that you are protected. Even if I tell you like what this energy is about with that person, but it's like they just want you to be aware of this person, so that you just avoid talking to them as much as possible, or completely stay away from them, because their energy is extremely toxic. I don't know what happened to them, you know. I don't know. I feel like they're walking around like soulless, or something happened to their soul, like something, I don't know. Okay, for some of you guys, the 5th or the 4th of May could be a significant day. So May 4th or May 5th could be a significant day here for you guys, where something is revealed or something is manifesting. But the 5th of May is basically full moon, so this could also be significant here for you guys. Okay, yeah, I'm also hearing the 15th of May and the 5th of May and the 4th of May. Okay, it could be somehow significant for somebody here. Let's see what else is coming through here. And they want you to remember your dreams, or decode your dreams. Okay, there's a lot of meaning behind them right now. One last card for pile number 2. Your children are watched over by angels. If you have children, your spirit guides want you to know that they're watched over by angels, that you don't have to worry about them. Okay, yeah, for some of you guys, you might be, you know, you might be scared, you know, like, or you might have noticed that, you know, this is just for somebody here. Okay, if you are a mother and you have children, you maybe have noticed that your children, they are surrounded by negative people, or you have been worried about your children and you know, all the dangers that are out there, but your spirit guides want you to know that they're watching over your children. Like, they're gonna immediately tell you when something is wrong. They're gonna, you know, help your children to be in the right place at the right time. They're sending trustworthy people to your children, or your spirit guides might actually be talking to your children right now to let them know that they have to actually, you know, like remove themselves from somebody here. Okay, so for some of you guys, your spirit guides want you to know they take care of your children. They're talking to your children. Okay, until your children see the signs, they're going to try, you know, or they're going to talk to your children until your children get the memo. Or if you're scared, like if something is happening when your child is going to like elementary school or kindergarten, your spirit guides want you to know your children are watched over by angels. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm picking up here. For some of you guys, I'm not, like, it's not for everybody, but for some of you guys, your spirit guides might actually want you to start watching Supernatural. There could be signs in that TV show for you guys, not for everybody, okay? Let's see, one more. What's going on here? What is going on here? Okay, we have prayer will help the situation. Your spirit guides want you to pray, okay? They either are saying that they want you to pray more often because it's like uplifting your soul and your spirit, or they want you to journal more often or ask for help more often. Kind of like whenever you are like, help me with my anxiety, help me with my health issues, help me with, you know, my heart healing. You know, the more you ask for help, the more help they give you. Okay. For others of you, your spirit guides want you to know your prayer is already changing the whole situation, that your prayers move mountains and that your prayer has been heard, and changes are already, your changes are already like happening energetically, which might also be the reason why you feel a different energy in the air. You feel a different or unfamiliar energy in the air because your prayers are currently moving mountains, which is the reason why I talked about how I was sitting here listening to the birds and I felt like those birds are like, you know, healing my heart. And it was like this doesn't happen every day. It was like a very weird situation, okay? And it felt like I'm healed from the inside. It felt very intense, okay? Look at that. It says, ask Archangel Michael to help you with the situation. They want you to ask more for help on a daily basis. Write down in your journal on a daily basis, thank you for helping me with this. Thank you for helping me with that. Write down on a daily basis. Pray on a daily basis, okay? The more you ask for help, the more help they actually can give you, okay? But the reason why you're healing, or the reason why you're receiving those signs right now, is actually because your prayers are answered, but they're starting with you healing before, you know, the wealth comes to you, before the money comes to you, before this man or this woman comes to you. It's like it's part of what you asked for, but before whatever you asked for comes to you, you're healing, okay? It's an indication that your prayers have been heard. If you feel like I'm starting to heal, okay? Pie number 2, that's all I have for you guys. I hope this reading helped you. I'm gonna see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my loves. Welcome to your reading, guys. Welcome. Pie number 3. You chose this beautiful image here. I'm actually starting with your reading today because I felt called to. I felt an urgency with your energy, but not in a bad way, more so oh, by the way, before I start, if you guys don't know me, I usually channel the energy and then I start to show you the cards here and there. So pile number 3, the message from your spirit guides or universe, or the universe or God, for me, I'm hearing them saying get in the car. Okay, I'm hearing them saying get in the car, which is the reason why I felt an energy of urgency. It's not like urgency that something is happening, it's more so the energy of like it's time, or it's time to go, it's time to move. It's, you know, like where your spirit guides want to take you on a ride, or they want you to go somewhere or travel somewhere or just leave, okay? Your spirit guides are sitting in this car and they're calling you to come out. Like, pile number 3, come on, let's go, it's time to go, is what I'm picking up here, okay? So I feel like an energy where your spirit guides have been sending you signs, symbols, and synchronicities that it is time for you to go. We're going to talk about what exactly they mean, but we have the card here. It's time to leave this unhealthy situation behind. Okay, so I pick up an energy here where your spirit guides want you to know they have been trying to communicate to you that you are in an unhealthy situation. I'm more specifically pick up an energy where there is somebody around you that acts like they are sweet or they have your best interest at hand, but I'm hearing it's not the whole truth. Okay, I pick up an energy here where I feel like there is a person in your surroundings. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest here with you guys. If it is not a person, if you tell me that when I speak and it doesn't ring a bell inside of you, this could just be that it's kind of like your old version of yourself and your new version of yourself are kind of like fighting who wins. Does that make sense? Now I'm hearing also like there's two wolves inside everybody, like a good wolf and a bad wolf, and the wolf that we feed is the one that wins. So I'm picking up an energy here. If it is not a particular person in your life, it could just be like your old self and your new self, that you are somewhat like in between of, you know, the old version of you that maybe has unhealthy habits or still does, like where you still do things that you know you shouldn't be doing, or where you still are in situations where you know your time. I'm hearing your time is up, but I don't mean it in a bad way. It's kind of like the energy where something is due, something is over the expiration date. This could be like a relationship where you were meant to be friends with this person for some time, but it's like your path is now going into different directions, and it's like your spirit guides are calling you. I don't know how to explain it. For me, it feels like what your spirit guides want you to know is that it is time for you to go, or it's time for you to leave. Okay, pick up an energy where your spirit guides are basically preparing you right now to leave a person behind, or to leave a job behind, or to go through a career transition. For some of you guys, they're even preparing you to move across country. For example, if you have been wishing to live elsewhere or to move to a different country, whatever you're going through right now is basically preparing you for what is about to come. So all the changes that you're currently going through right now are actually like preparing you for you to move elsewhere. So what your spirit guides want you to know is that I feel like there is an unhealthy habit that you have that needs to go, or there's like an unhealthy relationship that needs to go. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest because we have the Two of Cups here. Okay, and the Two of Cups tells me that it is about the people that are around you. If it's not the people that are around you, and this could be an energy where you're still attached to the old version of yourself, or you're somehow attached to your old life, and it's kind of like the energy where your spirit guides are saying your new life is waiting for you, or like a new reality is waiting for you, a new like a new job, a new career is waiting for you, a new city, a new man, a new woman is waiting for you. But this can only happen if you fully commit to embracing the new version of yourself. Does that make sense? Where your spirit guides are saying you might be still in limbo between, oh, there's still like the old version of myself and the new version of myself, kind of like where you could do better, or where where you have your unhealthy habits, or that you shouldn't be doing something, or you should be doing another thing. There's an energy where I feel like your spirit guides have been trying to show you, with everything that is happening in your life, that certain things you can no longer do them. If you like an energy where you have to make sacrifices in order to get to where you want to be, where your spirit guides are really urging you to look at a situation for what it is, because I feel like an energy where you give people the benefit of the doubt a lot. Again, if it's not a particular person in your life, this could just be, again, that there's a part of you that is ready for your new life, and then there's a part of you that is maybe scared of your new life, that you are scared of, all the changes that are coming. I'm picking up the energy of like somebody who wants to move, like they're saying, oh, I'm done with this country, like I don't want to be here anymore. And this is true, you really feel like that, but then when there's an opportunity for you to move, you get cold feet. That's what it feels like to me here. An energy where right before your life is completely changing, or right before there's a huge change happening in your life, you get cold feet, and then you run back to, the old version of yourself or old habits. This is what I'm picking up here, where your spirit guides are saying, you now, in this very moment, you have to be strong and say no to unhealthy things, or say no to unhealthy habits, and say yes to everything that brings good health to you. Kind of like where, drinking a lot of water is like not fun, but it's the right thing to do. There's something about mind over matter, or this is about saying yes to the right thing and saying no to the wrong thing. I don't know how to explain it, but for me it feels like your spirit guides want you to know the only reason why certain things are happening in your life is because your spirit guides are trying to push you to leave something behind, okay? Something where you still have something in your hands, meaning that you're still attached to, again, like a certain way of living, or a relationship, or a friendship and stuff like that. And if I could describe it metaphorically, you're still holding, like, let's say for example, you're holding a book in your hands, okay? And it's like you are comfortable with this book, you know this book, and you are familiar with this book, and then your spirit guides are saying, we want to give you a new book that is going to bring you to the next level, or your new life begins as we give you this new book, but you're still attached to this old book, and your hands are not free. That's what it feels like to me here, where your spirit guides have been trying to tell you that there's somebody around you that is not healthy for you. This person, their energy is affecting you more than you think, or something about, there's something going on where your spirit guides. I'm also picking up the energy where there might be a person around you that is also leading you in the wrong direction, is what I'm picking up here. For example, if you are somebody, you are very positive, or you try to have positive thoughts, but then you are with a person that complains a lot, it's very important to tell this person, hey, I don't want to complain anymore, to kind of like embrace the new you, to the point where even other people realize or notice, hey, pie number 3 wants to change themselves. They don't want to complain anymore. They don't want to think negative anymore. They don't want to be pessimistic anymore. Okay, or for example, like you have a friend, and this friend always gossips, and you tell this person, hey, I don't want to gossip anymore, but they still do it anyway, meaning that they are still attached to gossiping about people, but you know that you want to leave this chapter behind, or you don't want to gossip about other people anymore. It's kind of showing you that there's an energy where you have to make a decision, pile number 3. I pick up the energy where your spirit guides are saying, we are right in front of your window. There's a car, like metaphorically speaking, energetically speaking, there's a car in front of your window, and your spirit guides are already honking. Pile number 3, do you want to come out? And this is metaphorically standing for you stepping into the healthiest version of yourself, or you leaving old habits behind, leaving old people behind, leaving an old way of living behind, leaving an old way of thinking behind, okay? Something about, because your home stands for your comfort zone, right? Your home stands for everything that you know, your daily routine and what you do every day. And then the car stands for, oh, I'm going like to a new territory, or like a new energy. Or in your car you don't have your bed, right? In your car, or in this car, you don't have your bed, or you don't have, like your mirror or your vanity or whatever. It's like this car stands for you embracing the new version of yourself 100%. There's something about you can no longer do what you did in the past. I'm picking up the energy where your spirit guides have been trying to show you that the old way doesn't work anymore, or what used to work for you doesn't work anymore. Old relationships don't work anymore. An old way of living doesn't work anymore. Old habits don't work anymore. It's like an energy where whatever you are surrounded by is not, it's not going to bring you to the next level. Only if you step into the energy of embracing the new, or embracing, you know, like new strategies and a new way of thinking and a new daily routine and a new way of talking to people and speaking, or a new way even of dressing. There's something about where your spirit guides are saying, if you want a new life, if you really want to move to the next chapter, if you really want to call in your blessings, there's something that you need to release, or there's like an unhealthy situation that your spirit guides want you to leave, okay? Because we have the card here, if you suspect you are on the wrong road, heading in the wrong direction, stop and turn around. Life must be lived and not simply debated to be meaningful. Being indecisive is not an option. This is what I'm picking up here, where you might be in a limbo, kind of like, oh, this is my old life, my old friends, my old way of eating. It's kind of like when you, for example, you want to lose weight, but you don't want to give up the way you used to eat. So you're like, oh, I'm just going to eat, you know, less than what I ate, you know, but it's still not working. You're still not seeing the progress on the scale, meaning that in order, it's like losing weight is not just a diet, it's a lifestyle change. That's what it is. Okay, that took me a while. Your spirit guides are saying it's time for a lifestyle change, not just like, oh, I'm changing the way I'm eating for 4 weeks so that I lose weight and then I look good in a bikini, but then, you know, I go back to my old weight. Does that make sense? Metaphorically speaking, your spirit guides are saying it's time for you to embrace a new lifestyle, okay? To embrace a new lifestyle. Your soul and your spirit has been longing to be a new version of yourself. There's something about it's time for you to embrace a new lifestyle. It's time for you to do something completely different when you wake up in the morning. You know, something about where, you know, like when there's like a loop, every day looks the same, and it almost creates like a loop effect where you don't even know what was the difference between yesterday and today. But your spirit guides are saying they want you to break this cycle or break this loop, by declaring or claiming that you are embracing a new lifestyle, thinking there's something about, there's a lifestyle change that is needed, something about where your mornings are supposed to look different, your evenings are supposed to look different. It's like your soul and your spirit is ready to embrace this new lifestyle. And with this new lifestyle, you're also calling in a lot of like new energies and new people and new conversations. There's something going on where I feel like you have been feeling like you might be doing something wrong, or something in around you doesn't feel right. Okay, for some of you guys, you have been feeling, you know, that conversations that you have with people that you used to really relate to don't, like, something about where people around you are changing, or, you know, like the way you feel about people is changing. Something about where even the relationships that you have with people is changing. It's like where you maybe notice that you have more differences in opinion than usual, or when you first met or when you first were in a friendship, you were very alike, and all of a sudden you start to become like two different versions of yourself, and it starts to feel like a little bit weird. There might be energy of friction between the two of you, because there's something about where your spirit guides are saying you already have been feeling like you are doing something that is unhealthy, or you already have been feeling like you are talking to somebody and it's not healthy for you, kind of like where you have like a bad feeling. For example, you talk to somebody, you know, on a dating app. You talk to somebody on a dating app and you're like, oh, this person looks really nice, you know, he looks sexy, but you also know he's probably trouble. Or if, you know, like where you can burn, where you can burn your fingers, where you have a feeling if you get too close to this person, or if you invest too much energy into this person, you can actually like burn yourself. Does that make sense? Or something about like you want to lose weight, but you're still eating like cake, you know, every day, and it's like your body and your soul is telling you stop it. So you start to feel very shitty when you eat cake. Maybe 1 year ago you felt really good eating cake, but you start to feel very, very shitty, as if your body and your soul and your spirit is rejecting. You know, does that make sense? It's kind of like your body and your soul. If you felt like your body is acting up, or if you felt like you have like weird reactions, or your emotions are like all over the place, it's like your body and your soul, it's like your body and your soul is rejecting certain things. Like, I can no longer do this, I can no longer eat this, I can no longer have conversations like that. And that's the reason why it's like you feel so uncomfortable in those situations, because your spirit guides are saying it's not your place anyway. Like, you're not meant to be there. Your whole body, your whole system, your soul and your spirit is rejecting this, okay? Kind of like when, you know, like, I don't know what kind of animal, but for example, like a snake, when a snake is shedding its old skin and then it wants to put the old skin back, like wants to wrap itself around its old skin. There's something going on where your spirit guides are saying, this old way of living doesn't work anymore. You have been noticing that this old way of living doesn't work anymore, that, let's say, for example, you used to really love, sleeping in, it was like the best thing since sliced bread. Like, sleeping in was so good. You were always like excited about sleeping in on the weekend, but now it's like you feel numb, or something starts to feel numb because it's no longer like fulfilling you. Something about where something is no longer fulfilling you, a certain way of living or a certain habit is no longer fulfilling you. And when it's no longer fulfilling you and you continue to do it, you start to become sad, okay? So for some of you guys, your spirit guides want you to know your sadness and maybe even your depression, or, this feeling of feeling heavy is not because your future is, gloomy, or it's not because your future is gloomy, or it's not because, how can I say that? The reason for you feeling gloomy, or the reason for you feeling sad, is because your soul is no longer happy with this old lifestyle. Your soul is no longer happy with this old lifestyle. Your soul is no longer happy with old conversations or an old way of living, and which is the reason why it's like your soul is calling you to make a change here. Okay, so your spirit guides are saying they want you to make a decision, to make a definite decision, to leave your old self behind, to leave your old lifestyle behind. Of course, it's not going to happen from one day to another that you leave all your negative habits behind, but to consciously make the decision that you are maybe, for example, going to give yourself a whole month. Okay, I'm going to give myself 1 month or 2 months to get rid of certain unhealthy habits that I have, or that you're giving yourself like the permission to no longer be your old self. Again, your spirit guides are saying what the signs and symbols have been trying to show you is that they want you to fully commit to the new version of yourself, or fully commit to a new lifestyle. Again, it's not about that you make a drastic change from yesterday to today. It's also the energy of like consciously making the decision that you're going to try your best every day to embrace the new you, or to embrace this new lifestyle. Because again, it's like the energy where your soul is screaming, your soul is calling, okay, to be a new version. It's kind of like where, for example, for me, I'm going to give you an example. Every time there was a huge change happening in my life, it was usually like triggered by either fear or sadness. Kind of like when you're fed up with your own bullshit, or you're so sad that you almost get angry, and out of this anger comes like this big change. Does that make sense? So I'm picking up the energy here that your spirit guides are letting you feel the sadness and the frustration and the unhappiness, so that you tell yourself, I'm not gonna, continue to live my life like that. Because for some people, like, different people have a different way of motivating themselves. And I almost want to say, like, the way your soul or the way your spirit works is like, you get to a point where you don't want to, how can I explain that? Okay, the best way that I could describe it is, for example, for me, I used to have extremely bad mental health, and there was a day where I couldn't take the pain anymore. And I couldn't take the pain anymore, so I started to do things that I've never done before. I started yoga and I started meditation, which I've never done before in my entire life, but I knew I have to do something because what I have been doing has not been working. I felt like absolute shit, and my sadness and my depression actually pushed me to make a big change in my life, or to change my lifestyle, or to change the way that I live. And out of that, so many more things came. It's like, for example, in that situation, I had the worst mental health. I was at the brink of losing my freaking mind, and then I started to do yoga and I started to do meditation, and it was like a lifestyle change because I didn't know anything about meditation, didn't know anything about yoga, but it was like a big lifestyle change that I didn't really notice. I just knew I have to do something. Okay, there could be an energy where you feel like something is not right. Something is not right. I'm not seeing the progress that I want to see. I'm not manifesting the way I want to manifest. I'm not attracting the right people. You're noticing that something is not right. You could even be noticing I have been friends with this person for years, but something is not right in our connection. Something is not right. Something is up in the air. Your spirit guides want to confirm to you this is absolutely true. So when you feel that something is not right, your spirit guides are asking you to sit down, okay, and give yourself, the space to ask yourself those questions. If you feel like you're doing something wrong, what do you feel like you're doing something wrong, okay? Or, for example, what do you think would bring happiness to you? Kind of like, what is the wrong path and what is the right path? Because sometimes it's important for us to be aware of the wrong path so that the right path becomes clear. Does that make sense? Or to become aware of what we don't want so that we become highly aware of what we do want. Sometimes we need the contrast to see things clearly, okay? So there could be an energy where what your spirit guides want you to know is that your fear and your pain and your suffering and your anger is there to push you. It's like it's there to push you. It's there to show you that it's time. It's time for a change. You're no longer the same person you were last year. Things that have worked for you last year are not working for you right now, and that you are right. You are correct. There needs to be a change in what you do and how you talk and who you talk to. There needs to be a change maybe in your manifestation technique or something along those lines, okay? Because again, it's like the energy where your sadness is because and your spirit guides are basically saying that your soul and your spirit, with the way your soul and your spirit works, is actually I actually even want to ask you a question. Have you noticed that usually big changes happened in your life because you felt so much pain or you felt so much sadness that you did drastic changes? Because sometimes in drastic situations we make drastic changes, right? When you feel so much sadness, it's a build up of a lot of energy. Like, I feel so sad that I don't want to do this anymore, or I'm done, or I'm going to walk away. Or how when you are in a relationship and you notice that something is not right, but it starts to build up and build up and build up, and usually there's like the cherry on top that makes you start to make drastic changes, such as leaving this person behind because you can no longer take the depression or the sadness that comes with it. Okay, so your spirit guides want you to know the only reason why you're going through that sadness, because I feel like you have been going through a lot of sadness. You maybe have been crying more often than usual. You maybe have felt abandoned, or you maybe have felt very misunderstood. Okay, I'm picking up the energy here that first of all, your spirit guides want you to know your tears are cleansing you. So they're actually encouraging you to cry whenever you feel a build-up of emotions. Cry it out, because you crying it out means that you are releasing that energy. So they're encouraging you. You crying is actually a good sign that you're healing. You crying is actually a good sign that you are purging toxins, or you are purging negative energy. Because sometimes the way we purge negative energy is by crying, or the way we purge negative energy is by crying, or is by really crying our eyes out. How you sleep like a baby, or you sleep really good, or you start to become very, very calm. Usually when you cry your eyes out, the next 10 minutes after you're done crying is like very calm, very still in your body. This is what your spirit guides want you to know. The reason why you're crying a lot more, or the reason why you feel a lot more sadness, is because your sadness is telling you something. Your sadness is your teacher. Your sadness is actually your best friend that is telling you whatever you're doing right now is not good for you. Whoever you're talking to right now is not good for you. Because you feeling happy, content, and peaceful is an indication that you're doing the right thing. You feeling sad and depressed could be an indication that you are purging toxins or you are detoxing your body, okay? So sadness and, anger and frustration can be a sign of, okay, I'm purging, like I feel my emotions, I'm gonna cry them out, and then I let them go with the wind, okay? But sadness can also sometimes be an indication that you are around the wrong people, that you are doing the wrong thing, that you are eating the wrong thing, that the lifestyle that you have right now is not in alignment with your soul and your spirit, okay? Another thing that I want to tell you guys is, for some of you guys, the spirit guides want you to know, because we have the card here, Elizabeth and the Lion, it's time, you see? It says it is time to be a great leader, okay? So your spirit guides are saying it is time, okay? It is time. They're not telling you that you have to change 360 from, oh God, that's funny, because we have 3 and 6 here. So they're not telling you to change 360 from one day to another, but to every day take a step further into embracing a new lifestyle or embracing a new version of you, okay? It's time for you to leave the old version of yourself behind, to leave old habits behind, and to even leave like relationships behind that are dragging you down, because I feel like your spirit guides have been trying to show you that there is somebody in your life that acts as though I'm hearing sweet nothings, okay? I'm hearing where this person is acting as though they're sweet to you, or how can I explain that energy? Okay, let me say it like that, okay? Your spirit guides are telling me this person, okay, that your spirit guides want to talk about here is, they're telling me that you and this person, you used to really like each other, you used to really see eye to eye, okay? I don't know who this is. This could be a colleague, an acquaintance, a family member, a friend, okay? Maybe even somebody that you are in a relationship with. Just take it how it resonates. If you love your man or you love your woman and you are in a happy relationship, I'm not talking to you, okay? So just listen to your instincts and your intuition. But I am hearing people change. I'm hearing people change. It's totally normal for people to change, right? It's totally normal for people to grow and change. The way I could describe it is, you have a few years where you wear a certain, color, and then, something is changing, and then you have a new favorite color. It's like, it's the whole process of growing and learning. It's the whole process of how circumstances and how life changes you, or how certain, relationships change you, and how certain experiences change you, right? Sometimes when you are touched by God, you completely change your life. You know how people, when they say they were touched by God, they stop drinking and stuff like that, and it's like they're the chapter in their life that is called like God. Or other people have like a chapter in their life that used to be very calm and timid, but then they feel like, they want to experience the contrast of feeling calm and timid, meaning then their next chapter is called wild. Other people, they maybe had like a very wild past, and now they want to embrace the calm and timid soul that they are. Does that make sense? Something about where I'm picking up the energy where your spirit guides are saying you are ready to experience the contrast or the opposite of what your last 2 or 3 years have been looking like. For example, if you have been in isolation, there's an energy where it's time for you to socialize with people again. If you felt like you have been socializing a lot with people, it might be a time for you to be more in hermit mode or isolate yourself. Okay, so there's something about, if you look at your life, if you look at the last 2 or 3 years, and if you could give your last 2 or 3 years like a name in a chapter, what would you call it? Okay, and then I want to ask you, what would be the opposite of what you have been experiencing? Okay, there's something about where your spirit guides really want you to sit down and, contemplate about your life and contemplate about what you feel like you should be giving up and what you feel like you should do more of. Or something about, if you were writing a book and you would give this next chapter of your life a title, what would the title be? Okay, and to fully embrace, this new title that you would give your new chapter, so that you don't get stuck in the old chapters, what I'm picking up here, okay? Again, for some of you guys, I pick up an energy. Oh, I didn't even finish my thought. So I'm picking up the energy that you are changing, okay? You are changing. and the other person is also changing. And what I'm picking up here is that how can I explain that? And I'm picking up that maybe you don't like the way this person is changing, and maybe this person also doesn't like the way you are changing, okay? And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a whole fight and backstabbing and stuff like that, okay? Sometimes it's just, you know, like, I don't like the person that you are becoming, you don't like the person that I'm becoming. There's nothing wrong with it. It just means we don't mix together anymore. There's nothing wrong about that. But there could be an energy where I'm also picking up an energy here where somebody has been trying to hold on to you with the Two of Cups here, okay? Where somebody is trying to I don't know what this means, guys. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm hearing there's somebody in your life. Again, this could even be you. This could be like the old version of yourself, okay? Or yeah, it could be like the old version of yourself, but I'm hearing, if it's the old version of yourself, or if it's like a person in your life, I'm going to give one example. Let's say, for example, you both want to relocate, okay? You want to relocate, this person wants to relocate. And you are closer to actually getting an opportunity to relocate. So it's about time for you to move and go elsewhere and pack your stuff. You both had the plan to relocate together, but you have been putting in the work to get to this opportunity, and the other person has not put in the work, meaning that they're not yet ready to relocate, but you are. And this person then is looking at you and they feel like they don't want you to relocate. They want you to stay with them until they're ready, or they want you to stay with them, you know, they like, if they cannot experience it, they don't want you to experience it, okay? So they are trying to kind of like make you choose them and not this opportunity. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like when you are in a crossroads, do you choose to be with this person and let go of an opportunity that you worked very, very, very hard for, just in the name of loyalty? And what in the world does even loyalty mean? Or what does unconditional love mean when this person is like demanding or is asking you to leave an opportunity behind? Like a true friend would tell you, hey, I would love to come with you, and if I cannot experience it, at least I want you to experience it. At least one of us is happy, you know? That would be unconditional love. You know, I would love to be by your side and I would love to experience this with you, you know? But I love you and I want to see you happy. And if that means you move on with your life without me, if I know in my head I see you happy smiling as you are relocating, that is true love. That is true unconditional sisterhood. That is brotherhood. That is true love. You know, but when a person says, I don't know why I'm gonna cry, but when a person says, you know, they see that you work hard for something, but they tell you, or they demand, they have like a ridiculous demand that you choose them over this opportunity. You worked for this opportunity for years. It's in front of you. And this person's telling you, well, if you are a real friend, you're not going to take this opportunity. So they would rather see you miserable next to them than happy moving on with your life. And then you have to ask yourself, is this a friendship? Is this a healthy friendship? Is this a healthy relationship? Is this a healthy bond? When their needs are more important than your needs, or when they demand something from you that, you know, would mean that you lose out on an opportunity. Okay, I don't know how this would make sense in your life, but your spirit guides want you to know that there's a difference between conditional love and unconditional love. There's a difference between a healthy relationship and an unhealthy relationship here. And I feel like this person around you, or the signs have been trying to show you that you are in an unhealthy relationship where somebody would rather see you miserable and stuck than moving on. Because they want to be, it's like I'm hearing misery loves company. They want to have your company, but they want to be in misery with you, okay? And I never, you know, understood how somebody would rather see you cry and be next to them than smiling and be elsewhere, okay? Yeah, look at that, because it says Alice in the Sea of Tears. Do you see that? It's like this person wants to rather see you crying next to them than seeing you smiling elsewhere. I don't know what this would mean to you, okay, or who this person is in your life. Another thing that your spirit guides want you to know is whatever you're going through right now, I don't know why I keep doing that. Whatever you're going through right now, your spirit guides want you to know that all the pain and all the bad stuff that has happened to you, you're actually going through that. I'm hearing you're actually going through that because your spirit guides or the universe has chosen you to help other people that go through the same thing. For example, you know, you manifest your true love in your future spouse. Your spirit guides are letting you go through all the trials and tribulations and all the bad chapters and then all the good chapters so that you can help other people to manifest their true love in their future spouse, or something about where you help people. For example, for some of you guys, I even feel like you could have a purpose where you are going to help other people to leave unhealthy habits behind or to leave unhealthy relationships behind, because you are learning right now how to overcome, you know, the temptation to do unhealthy stuff. Does that make sense? So whatever you're going through right now, you're actually going to be a teacher, or you're going to be in a position to teach people. Your spirit guides are saying they chose you. Spirit, the universe chose you to teach people whatever you're going through right now. If you tell me you're going through, you know, like you know, you lost yourself and now you found God again, then this is your purpose. You're supposed to help other people who feel lost to find God again. If you're in the process of manifesting your true love in your future spouse, your spirit guides are saying you're going to help another person. Just imagine, just the thought that whatever you're going through right now, you come out as a winner in the end, and then somebody comes to you. Pile number 3, how did you manifest, you know, your true love in your future spouse? And you are the reason why another person is manifesting their true love in their future spouse. That is like, I'm getting tears, like just the thought that in the future you will be there, you know, for a person, and you will help them to get out of like their misery. You will help them to get out of an unhealthy relationship. Just the thought, it's like, it's beautiful to know that. So your spirit guides want you to know whatever you're going through right now, this is not because, you know, you're a failure, or this is not because you're meant to, you know, stay stuck. This is about whatever you're learning right now. You're probably going to write a book about it. You're probably going to be a coach. You're probably going to do something with this information that you're going to share that with other people so that you help them to, you know, like to get out of their misery. Does that make sense? There's something going on where your spirit guides are saying whatever you're going through right now, you are learning all of this so that you become a teacher. You were meant to become a leader, a teacher. You were meant to be in a position of power. You were meant to be seen by people. You were meant to guide people, okay? You were meant to be somewhat of a spirit guide. I mean, you know, like a spirit guide in human form. You were meant to be kind of like a fairy, or, you know, like a god. Do you say a godmother or a god fairy? Because we have looked for fairies here. You know how the fairy appeared in Cinderella? There's something going on where your spirit guides are saying you are meant to be, you know, like you are meant to be a fairy in other people's life. You're meant to be an angel in other people's life. You're meant to be a lion, you know, a true loyal companion. You know, when you see somebody that is weak, and then you come and you teach them to be strong. When you see somebody that gets bullied, you teach them how to, you know, become confident again. Whatever you're going through right now, you're supposed to teach it to other people, which is the reason why you're going through all the bullshit, so that you help other people with their, you know, with what they're going through right now. Your spirit guides also want you to know, I'm hearing that your spirit guides are saying you're one of the strongest souls upon planet Earth, okay? Something about where you're one of the strongest souls upon planet Earth. That's why they chose you. I'm hearing God gives the hardest battles. God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. So in God's or in the eyes of the universe, you are a strong soldier, meaning that, yeah, your life might be a little bit more difficult, or you go through very difficult chapters, but you're only going through difficult chapters because your spirit guides know that you are one of the strongest souls that are walking upon planet Earth. Okay, they're teaching you everything that you're going through right now is teaching you to be strong, teaching you to voice your opinion, teaching you to stand alone, teaching you to believe in yourself, teaching you to have patience. There's something going on where whatever you're going through right now is supposed to make you as strong as a lion, as strong as a king or a queen. If you're meant to rule a kingdom like a king or like a queen, metaphorically speaking, okay, if you're meant to help other people with very, tricky situations, that means like you don't crown somebody as a king or as a queen with no experience. Usually a king or a queen or a leader has a lot of experiences under their belt. So whatever you're going through right now is you just experiencing sadness, being in a sea of tears, in how you find land, where you are in a sea of tears and then you find land, and then you're teaching other people to get out of that energy. Okay, I'm picking up the energy because we have here the ghost of the pumpkin patch. It says count your blessings. Excuse me, I'm picking up the energy where your spirit guides are saying what you're going through right now is actually gonna become a blessing. The way I could describe it, it's kind of like when you go through like a very, very bad situation and you write a book about it, and the book becomes like a bestseller, or the book becomes like, goes viral on TikTok. At some point it was a bad situation, but a bad situation turns into a good situation. Or when you break up with somebody, and you think it's a bad thing, but because you broke up with this person, you move elsewhere because you have nothing to lose, and then for the first time in a long time, you feel like you are at home. So out of that bad situation, something good comes out of it. So whatever bad situation that you're in right now, whatever sadness or depression you're in right now, is actually going to be part of your blessing. You're going to write a book about it. You're going to talk to somebody about it. I'm hearing there's something good coming out of this shitty situation. Okay, the way I could describe it, it's like the moment where, again, the moment where a lot of stuff changed in my life was usually in moments of sadness, in moments of depression, in moments of desperation. That's when the biggest changes are happening. So moments of sadness, depression and stuff like that are not, we talked about it, I talked about it very often the last couple of readings, where something that is perceived as good can be something bad, and something that is perceived as bad can become something good. And sometimes something is not only bad, but it's bad and good at the same time, like yin and yang. Like moments of depression and sadness and desperation and frustration, sometimes they can really, fuck you up. And sometimes they can be the moment where your whole life changes because you're fed up. You're fed up with what is happening around you. You're fed up with, the way you live your life. You're even fed up with your own bullshit. But to get to the point where you are fed up is the moment where things are changing. Okay, the moment where you cannot take your sadness anymore can be a moment where you are reborn, where your life is changing, where you finally have the energy and the courage to make big changes, to make drastic changes. Okay, is what I'm picking up here. This is beautiful. Let's get a few more cards here. Okay, I don't know why the card Look for Fairies is here. Let's see. I'm picking up the energy where whatever you're going through right now, you're gonna create a creative project. Create a creative project. Whatever you're going through right now, you are going to make a creative project out of it, and it's going to bring a lot of success to you, is what I'm picking up here. Spirit guides are saying it's time to make drastic changes. It's time to make big moves. It's time to claim your independence. It's time to, claim your sovereignty. Okay, so let's see. So there's something going on where there's like blessings around the corner, but you initiate those blessings coming to you by you changing your lifestyle. One more thing that I want to tell you guys. If you tell me that you are trying to manifest your true love and your future spouse, let me tell you something. If you tell me I'm trying to manifest my true love and my future spouse, I want to tell you something. You sit down, you meditate, or you just are in front of yourself with a journal, and you think to yourself, what would the best version of myself do? Or what would the healthiest version of myself look like? Or what would I do if I had discipline and focus to the max? You know, what would I do if I didn't have distractions? What does feel like the right path? So you come up with answers, right? Whatever that means to you. It could mean if I wasn't scared, I would actually sign up for this dancing class because my soul and my spirit is telling me this is what I want to experience, right? And your spirit guides are saying, as you are following what feels right, like it feels right for me to go to the gym again. It feels right for me to eat healthier again. It feels right for me to go hiking. It feels right to me to change my clothing or my wardrobe. It feels right to me to start journaling again. It feels right to me to drive to this place and meditate. That's where you meet your true love and your future spouse. It's like, if I could describe the energy, it's like there's an old timeline and there's a new timeline, and you embracing the new version of yourself and your new habits is actually matching the energy of your true love and your future spouse. You embracing the new energy, the new version of you, your new habits is in alignment with the energy of your true love and your future spouse. Okay, so if you stay as the old version of yourself with your old habits and your old way of living, you are not in alignment with your true love and your future spouse. If you embrace the new version of you, whatever the heck that means to you, it could be a new haircut, it could be a new way of dressing, it could be a new hobby, whatever it is. Listen to your soul, listen to your spirit. Your soul and your spirit will guide you. You are matching the energy of your true love and your future spouse. Your true love and your future spouse is in alignment with this new version of yourself. Okay, the old version of yourself is in alignment with your ex. If that makes sense, if that is, like a motivator. Okay, something about you embracing the new version of yourself is actually going to bring a lot of changes into your love life, is what your spirit guides want you to know. Okay, now the reason, let's see why the fairies are here, because I don't really know why. Or why are the fairies here? Or what do you mean with look for fairies? What is the look for fairies about here? There could be an energy where your spirit guides are saying they want you to look out for fairies just as a symbol. Something about like movies with fairies or fairies in general, or when somebody is wearing like a Tinkerbell t-shirt or something along those lines, okay? What is that about? There's something about as you start to embrace the new version of yourself, or as you start to step into your power, or as soon as you start to embrace, the most powerful version of yourself. For example, you feel sad and you feel like a little mouse. I want to ask you, what makes you feel powerful? What makes you feel like a queen? What makes you feel like, you are one with the universe and you have the power of the universe inside of your veins? What makes you feel powerful? Your spirit guides are saying, as you are embracing the lion inside of you, this powerhouse, this powerful woman, this powerful man that you are, is when your true love and your future spouse comes to you. Do you know why? Because your true love and your future spouse is a very, very powerful individual. Okay? There's something about your true love and your future spouse. Your twin flame is a very, very powerful individual, just like you. Okay? So you guys are matching each other's energy when you step into your power. Okay, when you step into your power, that's when you are in alignment. The frequency is the same. And then you start to meet each other. Okay, where's the fairies here? Oh my god, guys, I can't make this up. I was thinking to myself, okay, I want to clarify the fairies card here, right? Because it says, look, just to clarify this card here, look for fairies, right? And I was like, what in the world does spirit mean with look for fairies? Because some people really love fairies, but I'm not in this fairy world. And I was like, what am I going to do? I want to clarify it, but I don't know which cards would fit. And then this is so fucking funny. Did you see how spirit works? I literally have a deck here that has a fairy. Okay, so your spirit guides want you to know your spirit guides are talking to you right now through the symbolism of feathers. wow, I didn't even want to say feathers. I'm hearing the symbolism of feathers and fairies. Something about feathers and fairies are significant here. And it's so funny because I was like thinking, what should I do? How can I, you know, clarify that energy? They want me to use these cards for you guys. So let's see, what do you want pile number 3 to know? What's going on here? What do you want pile number 3 to know? New romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. They want you to know that you're manifesting your true love and your future spouse. They want you to know that your twin flame, your true love and your future spouse is literally around the corner. Okay? It's like the last steps for you to fully let go of something in the past or the past version of yourself, or, you know, to really upgrade your wardrobe. It doesn't like, I'm not telling you that is what you have to do. It's just like, if you have the funds or the money for it and you feel like you want to embrace the new version of yourself, it does help if you have a new t-shirt or, you know, a new perfume. It gives you an energy of like, okay, I'm the new version of myself, my new perfume or my new haircut or my new shoes. Does that make sense? Just to enhance the energy. You don't have to do all of that, but it enhances the energy of like, I am embracing the new version of myself. Today, my old version of myself is dead and the new version of myself is here. Today is my rebirth day. Okay, it says new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. Your spirit guides want you to know you're manifesting your true love and your future spouse. Literally, it's around the corner. Okay, let's see. Your spirit guides are also saying all the signs that you are receiving are telling you that your future spouse is around you or that you're close to meeting him or her. Okay, let's see. What are you trying to tell pile number 3? Anything else of pile number 3 that you want them to know? Look at that. Time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. Okay? And I even mean like old shoes. Throw your old shoes away and get new shoes. New haircut. Even if you don't change much, you know, like a hair strand or like a money piece or whatever. New earrings. New socks. New underwear. New decoration in your room. Something that really, you know, enhances and really embraces. Like, you are ready to really embrace the new version of yourself, guys, okay? However you want to do it, follow your intuition, follow your gut feeling. But whenever you're watching this, I'm posting it in May, but May is your month of rebirth. May is your month when the new version of yourself is emerging, okay? I'm literally seeing like somebody coming out of like an ocean. And you know, like when somebody comes out of an ocean and it looks like they were just reborn, that's what I'm being brought to right now. Okay, you see, time to move on and let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. To watch new movies, to listen to new music, to drive to new places. Okay, let's see. What else do you want pile number 3 to know? We have consult an expert. It says more information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. Okay, so for some of you guys, your spirit guides want you to, consult an expert or contact somebody that can help you with your situation. You could be thinking about, oh, I don't know how to lose weight. Your spirit guides might be asking you to consult an expert, or I don't know, you know, how to market myself or do marketing or something along those lines. Okay, for some of you guys, the spirit guides are saying it's time for you to also ask for help from people that are experts or to listen to experts here. Okay, one last card. Synchronicity. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. Okay, all the synchronicities that are going on around you are telling you that your new life is beginning today. It's beginning right here, right now. Okay. Number 3, I was just asking your spirit guides what they mean with they want you to leave this unhealthy situation behind. Now with the Magician and the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, you can literally see that she's driving a car, which is funny because you chose the car. And you can see that she's looking at this rainy cloud, which is what your spirit guides want you to leave behind. With the Magician, I feel like this could be somebody that you know is manipulative, or kind of like where you know that somebody is around you for the wrong reasons. They could be just wanting to be next to you because of, you know, like financial gain, or because with the King of Pentacles, I pick up a strong energy of that there's people around you that somehow feel like there's something special about you, or that you're going to be successful in the future, or that you're really good at manifesting, or that you make a good amount of money, or that you're really good at manifesting money. And those people are basically only around you for their own gain. So they're not around you because they genuinely want to be around you. They might just be around you because they feel like you could help them. Does that make sense? So for some of you guys, the spirit guides want you to leave a situation behind where you know somebody is a user or materialistic, or somebody goes in a materialistic direction and you know they're starting to do immoral stuff because of money or something along those lines. Or you start to see that you both value different things, that for them, like, you know, a gold chain is more important, and you notice that you know you're not seeing eye to eye with this person anymore because they became very, very materialistic, and very much you know, like where their moral compass is just out of the window when it comes to money. This could be somebody who's greedy, who is, you know, like somebody who can be very manipulative, or somebody who's only in it for the money. Like this is somebody that would almost do anything for money, or they're very desperate for money, or very desperate for success, or this person believes in, you know, like if I help you, you help me. Or when they do stuff for other people, in their mind they feel like you owe them a favor. Okay, so they're not doing it out of the kindness of their heart, but because they feel like they have to be just as cruel or just as greedy as other people in order to get to where they want to be. And your spirit guides might be telling you to stay away from this person, or to move away from this person. Now for others of you, you might be really connected to pile number 2, because the King of Pentacles was significant in pile number 2. For others of you, what your spirit guides are saying is that you get distracted very easily, pile number 2, which is what your spirit guides want to talk about, that you cut out distractions. Because if you look at the card in the middle, she is driving a car, right? Now you also chose the car as, you know, as a symbol, as a picture. And if you think about when a car, or when you're on a road trip and you're stopping everywhere, like you're stopping at every mall, at every coffee shop, it's going to take double the time to get to your goal, you know, because you're not 100% focused on the road. So you're not focused on getting to your goal, but you're more focused on stopping here and stopping there and stopping here and stopping there. So for some of you guys, this unhealthy situation is created by you getting distracted very easily. And your spirit guides are saying it's, you know, the time is right for you to have a laser focus and not get distracted by people around you, or to not get distracted by unnecessary stuff, that you can use your time better other than getting distracted. Does that make sense? Where they want you to have, like, for the next 4 weeks to just have a strong laser focus, or they might be also asking you to replace an unhealthy morning routine with a healthy morning routine, and healthy evening routine with a healthy evening routine, or to incorporate like a manifestation routine into your life. Every day when you wake up with the sun, or waking up with the sunrise and starting to manifest, or something along those lines, where they want you to have like a solid manifestation routine that you do every day, or a solid morning routine for a good mood, or a solid evening routine for a good sleep, or a good night dreams, or something along those lines. Okay, so they definitely want you to be more focused on the road and less focused on the distractions, so that you finally get to your goal, is what I'm picking up here. Pile number 3. That's all I have for you guys. I hope this reading helped you. I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye.